G'day, mate, and welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. We have our tank. We have some tank shells. We've got some armor-piercing ammo. We've even got some rocket fuel now to run our tank with a vehicle acceleration bonus of 180%. It's time that we went and said hello to the neighbours. Unfortunately, I've got to remove the wall to be able to walk through it. There is a research that we just haven't bothered picking up, which is gates, which we should probably just research. That way we could drive our tank in and out, but we just never got around to doing it because it wasn't important until it was. So, go away. Go. I'm working here. Thanks. We now have a tank covered in acid. Make some repair packs. Repair the tank. Get in the tank. Drive it off the acid. Stop, tank. Stop. Really? Forgot to put the handbrake on. Okay. We're going to put in normal tank shells. We're also going to put in 184 normal rounds. I'm only going to put in half the amount of rocket fuel because it's got a fuel value of 100 megajoules, and you'll see it actually takes quite some time to burn off. So, as always, weapon choices. We've got our primary being our tank. Tab again to go across the piercing rounds. Tab again to go to the vehicle with flamethrower, which I don't actually... we've researched, I believe. Yeah, I think we've researched it. But haven't even built one. So we're just going to hold down the spacebar and we're just going to take out some targets. Now, tank shells are really, really good at taking out big targets like spawners, spitters, worms, that sort of stuff. But taking out the actual biters, not so much. When we swap to ammo and we just circle them, it does wonders. So, one biter base down. Let's go get the next one. Problem with the tank is it's high motion, but if you hit something, especially with a bunch of biters following you, it can be toast for you. Actually, let's just stop. Let's jump out. Let's take that ammo out and put that ammo in. Oh, and fuel. We've used that much fuel. Not a lot. Not a lot. Considering we're moving around at, what, 70 k's an hour? 60 k's an hour? 60-ish. Yep. Okay, so let's work on these biter bases. See, this explosive has the advantage of you might splash into something else. It also has the advantage of when you have a fair bit following, you can just fire into the crowd and hope for the best. Okay, you're cleared out. What do we have down here? Do I have anything down here? Crunch. No, it looks like we're fairly safe. So, I'm not going to go across the island just yet. We're just going to ignore it for the moment. I've got these two in the north. If we can clear those out, it means we can actually claim and make a real land grab and grab a good amount of material. Good amount of space at once. And you will notice the tank is fairly efficient at going through forests. It does slow me down to about half speed, but it also makes a lovely path should you ever need to walk through in the future. This is going to be hard. Oh, wrong weapon. Okay. That didn't work out as well as I wanted. It's alright, we'll strafe that one. We'll come strafe this one. As long as I keep changing my direction every now and then, we should be fine. Hi, biters. Just eat some ammo. Rocks. Rocks are also really bad. I should have mentioned that before hitting one. Alright, let's get rid of this one. Ouch! Okay. So that's cleared off that area. Oh, there's one up here. Just one random worm. Done. Let's go clear out both of these two to hopefully, because they're both well, this one is too, but these two are well inside our pollution zone. So if we can clear those out, that should hopefully lower the biter attacks that we're receiving. Hopefully. But you can see the tank especially when we're still fighting against small and medium biters, the tank is a massive military upgrade. To be able to fight on the move in an armored vehicle makes a giant difference. Even more so in my case, because I've actually got it with rocket fuel. So we have that faster vehicle acceleration. At the same time, just going to fire in the crowd a few times. Oh, there's a worm. I missed a worm. Ouch. At the same time, I've still got plenty of health. So yeah, I can move faster. Because I've got rocket fuel, I've got that higher acceleration, along with a slightly increased top speed, which never hurts. Go, 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 go. Ouch. And if I do this right, no, there's always one. I'd almost done it without any damage. Alright, let's get the last one, because why not? As long as you're fighting out in the open, the tank is very, very effective. If you're fighting in closed quarters with cliffs everywhere or beside a lake or any sort of... Oh boy. I should have waited a few minutes till they went and attacked the base. Or any sort of water mass, it can be very, very difficult because you don't have that maneuverability. It doesn't help if there's rocks in the way. Okay, let's just run right through the middle and hopefully everything dies. Ouch. Okay, done. So we've cleared out the biters, we've pushed them back a good amount now. We shouldn't have anybody... Actually, there's these three down here. Which are going to send big attacks into the south wall, but as I said, honestly, because the south wall is now automated, I don't really care too much. Research is done. Let's just park our tank there. It's a park. We can leave actually everything in there because it's pretty much defended. Yeah, I'm not worried about the south wall because it's automated. It's automatically defended. If I notice it starts taking damage, I'll just double up the gun turrets, same as I did down here. Which again can all be done remotely with robots now. So there's no real need to go physically down there and you know, clear stuff out. What is of urgency is, as you can see, copper is not making it to the end of our belt. Which actually means we're not getting in fast enough. It is because we are on red belt as well now. Well, partially. This is actually all still yellow belt. But yeah, we're running the risk of actually running out of resources, and that can be very, very bad. So research-wise, we can get... Well, we've unlocked a fair bit of research. So we're really at the point where we can start... We have lots of things we can pick from. We can literally just start picking at random, just to sort of tick off some of that final research. I'm going to get auto character trash slots. So this is a inventory slot that I can say, I just don't want this in my inventory. Example, wood. I'm now at the point where we're using medium power poles and everything else. Wood is absolutely useless to me. I can say, look, if you ever find wood in my inventory, Logibots, please come pick it up, get rid of it. I don't want to ever see it again. So we're going to pick that research. We've got more logistic slots. I'm not using them that much, but it is something we're going to want later on, so we're going to grab that as well. We've got a military research for increasing fire damage. Might as well grab that one. Because we do want to take the flamethrower for a spin. That sounds like a thing that we should do. Going to grab concrete because it's red and green science. We'll get over and done with. Fluid wagons. This will let us transport fluids, which is important if we're going to go get oil that's further away from the base. I don't really have a need for it yet, but we'll grab it anyway. Accumulators are very, very important to go with solar panels. They're basically batteries. Because solar works great during the day, but not so well at night. If you put the power into an accumulator, think of it as a Tesla solar bank. What are they called? I think they're solar bank. We can just build a whole stack of those, put the solar energy into those, pull them back out at night time. So we want to grab that research as well. Look, we might as well. So this can be inserted into our armor. Not that our armor can really fit anything else. Yeah, we'll grab it anyway. As a shield. So we're going to grab that research. It's sort of the most useless of the pile, but we'll grab it nonetheless. So we want to extend our wall out, wall off down here, bring our ammo down here potentially and wall this off. Or our other option is put down lasers. Their damage is actually a lot lower. So gun turrets have a shooting speed of 22 per second with a damage of 6.4, what's that, 14.4 per, and then they're shooting 14.4 at 21 per second. This guy is shooting, what's that, 34 at 4 times per second. So something to keep in mind between the two. We do have a couple of laser upgrades that we can get. The other catch with lasers is they use more power, and more power requires more burning of stuff or solar power that we don't have yet. Oh, that's right, I manually fed you red circuits. Let's go fix that before we do anything else, and I forget again. So we'll put that there, force everything to the left, bring that down, don't do that. That explains why I don't have many Logibots. Oh, okay, fine, I don't have any belt either. Alright, stop it, JD, just work from this end back. Get that done, join those two up. Join that up. Done. Okay, yeah, fill my inventory with stuff. Alright, so lasers. Lasers, we want to, again, get these automated. In theory, actually, we should be building these in our bus. Can we do that? Sure. Building this in our make most things. So I need to take this back up the bus, back to our make almost everything, which is all the way back up there. It's alright. We'll just go like this. You to there, you to there, you to there. Unfortunately, this is one of the things you have to do sometimes if you don't leave a clear-cut spacing. Although I left what I thought was a very, very large gap between like my start of my construction. It turns out it wasn't nearly enough. Same with, I don't know if I have enough lanes left and right on my make most things to actually get this in here. We're going to find out in a minute. I want to go to that side, so let's build one facing that way. Better power poles there. Come on, pick up the power pole. Thank you. Okay. Actually, we'll just bring batteries down on this side, because why not? You never know what other stuff we're going to have to squeeze in somewhere. So, lasers require batteries, steel and green circuits. So we've got steel and green circuits on this side, so we might as well try and keep things on that side. Steel, same story, we're going to put in a splitter as we've done before. Without ghosting it, we're actually going to place it. I'm going to bring our green circuits down as well. We can split those off. whatever that is going to have to underground. Whatever that is will have to underground too. So let's go... like that. That's so out of place. Okay. Oh, I can't even stand to look at it. Okay, that way, that way, that way, that way. So we're going to have a mixed belt of... do I even want this here? Now I've gone and built it all. No, I don't. Alright, just go away. I've changed my mind. Changed my mind. We'll leave batteries there in case we ever need batteries. But one assembler is not going to cut it. Not in the slightest. Obviously I missed a belt. Okay, we'll ghost that belt down, get more red circuits pumping out. We'll go... batteries are now going to be running flat out, which is great because it's going to use up some of that sulfuric acid we've got sitting in the tank. No, let me through, let me through, let me through. Really? I don't even have one belt to flip you guys around? Fine. Oh, wrong way. All this belt's around the wrong way. Okay. Alright. Now we've cleared some space, we can actually go... hey bots, just get rid of this whole section of forest for me. Alright, so we need... probably a stack of assemblers to make lasers, because they do take 20 seconds a piece. So we're going to set up use to make lasers, which needs a lot of all the materials, but batteries are actually the lowest. So, not that that helps. We're actually probably just going to run 3 solid belts. So that one's batteries. We'll then underground from there to there. We'll put... can I get any more? No. We'll then put that one there, and we'll say you are gonna be green circuits. You're gonna be steel. 3, 6, 9, because I like working in threes. So then steel's got to come in here. So let's just build this down bit by bit. There to there. There to there. There to there with some belt magic in the middle. Steel. Steel! Don't tell me I can't reach the tree. Make the tree go away. There to there. Use yellow belt, of course. They'll do. Don't mind what color belt is. Okay. So. And then we need our output, which we'll take back up. Not to the bus. Just to a storage chest. That's all we need. So, we're going to go input, input, input. Input, input, input. Long-handed input, input, input. Input, 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 input. And now we're using medium power poles. I put power pole there, power pole there. Actually, you're meant to be output. And I'm going to power up the whole lot from 2 power poles. Which now means we have a pattern. We can paste, paste. And all I have to do is shorten any belts that don't need to be that long. And at this end, we can put down a passive chest with an inserter, and we're going to say they stack in 50, so say 200. 200 seems like probably enough. Robots are just slowly getting here to put down all the inserters and the power poles and everything else. What is taking them so long? Anything important? That's a passive provider. No. So they have access to all the materials. They're lazy and they're slow. Mostly they're slow because they are coming from all the way over here and flying across the map. But that should give us laser production. With laser production, it means that once these guys are done, just a couple, we just need a couple lasers to get us started. We can go over all the way over to this corner and just wall it off with a half a dozen lasers. Because of how... What happened with science? It's just so close to finishing and just couldn't quite get there. Okay. Because lasers are not as powerful as our gun turrets, I am going to probably set up a fair few lasers over there, just to make sure we're covered. And I need a wall here, which means either we've got to take the ammo all the way around the lake and then down here, or plan B is we just trim this back. We copy a blueprint from further up that works, and we pop that down, and then we say, hey you, no, let's get a normal deconstruction planner and just go, don't need any of that, don't need any of that. Bring that down, put power, we'll undeconstruct this guy, and we'll actually have probably a second guy right there. Just because at corners, the biters tend to amass and cause problems. But it now means that we should be able to just go wall, Roboport to... Where do you want to join to? There. Okay, fine. There it is. I'll run my power back, because as soon as that Roboport has power, it can then start instructing robots to come build further down, which just speeds up the process, because whether I like it or not, I'm technically stuck here until all this is built, just in case it gets attacked whilst it's still in the construction phase. Do I have any walls in my inventory? 16. Done. Do I have any belts? 65. Anything's in a straight line. I much prefer it if I build it rather than robots, just because it's faster, I'll be honest. Robots are not exactly fast, and it's the joys of robots. At the same time, I do need to mention, because we've just made the fatal flaw, that robots are now, in their infinite wisdom, flying across no man's land. Ideally, I should probably bring this wall all the way up to this point, and that way hopefully have less of a no man's land that I don't want them flying across. I didn't. I'm bad. There is a chance later on, if biters come in here, that they're going to find all these robots to feast on that are flying out to repair from a previous biter attack. Not a lot I can do about it. Apart from, yeah, I could segregate robot networks, which is not something we're going to cover today. There are things I can do about it, but honestly, it's normally a good reason to encourage you to build nice square walls and maybe go out and push forward and take out some of the neighbors. We want... If I can have 50 of them, that'd be awesome. If I could have no cliffs, that'd be even better. Really? Where do we go? Which way's forward? Okay, you are not getting anywhere near enough batteries. But there's 5 lasers at least. Battery production was just temporary and crap. Yeah, it was temporary and crap. So we need to really bump up our battery production. Okay, we do have a few lasers, not many. And if I could stay inside the Logi network, so inside this orange area, and this is why I hold the deconstruction planner in my hand, so I can see where the orange area is to make sure I keep running along the orange area. Because I've asked for medium power poles, which means somewhere, right there are robots trying to bring me medium power poles. And if I can run towards them, it saves them a little bit of time and a little bit of travel time, and hopefully speeds the whole process up. What have I got? I got 50. Excellent. Okay, our car's at the far side of the map. Our tank is also at the far side of the map, which is what happens. I strongly recommend you pick them up, put them in your pocket. which is something I didn't do. But we want to take power from here with a large power point. You can see what sort of spans these guys get now. And I'm going to run across to this corner with power and pop down some lasers. Now what I did was I clicked to put down my first power pole, and then I just haven't let go of the mouse button. And same with the small power poles and other power poles we've used in the past. This will just stretch them out to the absolute maximum distance, providing there's no trees or anything exactly where my mouse happens to be, at which point it will slide it back or forward a tile, well, back a tile, because if it slides it forward it might not maintain connection, but it will pick as far forward as possible, or as far forward as it possibly can, to whack down the power pole, so you don't have to run along and work out exactly what the maximum connection range is. One of those little quality of life features that we love about Factorio. So if I come around these cliffs, no, that doesn't connect. There's that. Oh, no, mouse was too far away from me. So that's our choke point. I have 6 lasers. 1, 2, 3. Bring them there. You can see a big electric pole has no real power output. Its area effect is so tiny it's not worth talking about. And that leaves me 3 power poles for the exact same on the other side. I didn't bring walls. And I'm far too far away to stretch a robot network. But I can't even bring up walls. So copy some walls. Paste some walls in. Hopefully it means that eventually I'll come out here and pop these walls down. Meantime, let's grab our big power pole. Let's do the other side of the lake. Come on. Come, power pole. 1, 2, 3. I actually want twice as many. So I'll ghost those down as well. I'll ghost down a wall as well. And power. Radar. Okay, now robot network wise, if I put down a roboport there. So if I put a robot port there, in construction range only, not logistics range, but that's fine. We're not expecting a logistics delivery this far out. I have covered everything. I have any robots on me. I have some repair packs I could put in there, but that's not going to help without robots. So now is going to come the joy of trying to run back and trying to get the network, if possible, to stretch all the way down here. So it's also covered by the robots, which means if these towers get attacked, they auto get repaired. It also means the other stuff we've put down would auto get placed, which is actually the thing I'm going for. I wanted more lasers, and I wanted more. I should have brought walls. So we're just gonna see how far we can get. I got that far. That's my last roboport. So I'm going to hold down the shift button to ghost place that one. That doesn't work. Okay, so I'm going to really place that one. Then it's the next one I can ghost place. So the next one gets me to about there. And for ease, we're just going to put down a medium power pole. So I'm close. I'm like 2 roboports away. So if we go raid some of the belts, make a roboport out here, another one there, it should connect. So we want, what do I need for roboports? Red circuits. Look, there's 2 whole belts of red circuits right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gears. Can I? No, I left the gear belt back way ages. Where is the gear belt? Right there. Zoom all the way in. Drag belt forth. Underground. There to there. Oh. That's alright. It's less clean than we want, but you know, we can tell obviously I hadn't quite planned for everything. Oh, and then it became okay, I really boo-booed this one. Because then it actually became something else. Because I didn't carry my belts forward. So where it was meant to go got taken up by something else. I could just take it to the other side of the bus, to be honest. It's not the end of the world. It's just not neat. But I'm not very good at making neat bases. In fact, honestly, this takes me about twice as long as me building my normal way. Which, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you've probably seen how I build, like on community maps, etc. And it's a lot faster. It's a lot more haphazard. But actually, if you're watching the map, the series with myself and Pooba, that's much more my normal scale of building. Which is, yeah, I fly through things. But it is very, very haphazard. Okay, so if I put... Let's get a Roboport out this way as far as possible. There. I will chop down one tree. If it was 2 trees, it was going to cop a grenade to the face. There. Power pole there. Then if I can extend down to anywhere here. Good enough. Pop that there. That's too many trees. Go away. And if we hook that up. Done. We now have power connection all the way down here, which means those lasers can be popped down. The walls can be popped down. Where are our lasers? Right there. There's 11 in the box, which is not vast numbers. But there's something at least. And we have there, they just flew over my head. So we've now claimed from here all the way through to here is all ours. We haven't done anything about the north. In fact, after our recent jaunt with the tank, I'm actually possibly just going to claim straight up from here and straight across. But maybe I'll do that off. No, because there's still combat stuff I want to demonstrate. We've done the tank, but like it's a tutorial series. I want to show off all the different types of combat. So yeah, next episode we'll probably do production science, because that's now unlocked at least. So we'll probably get that further investigated. And we've now got 400 of each type of tank turret rounds, so we've got plenty of ammo. So yeah. Next episode, probably going to get production science running. Maybe in 1 episode, maybe in 2. We'll see what happens. And I think that there, with that missing belt, is where I'm going to leave things. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you're enjoying this series. Thank you guys for the comments, the likes, the everything. As always, if you see that I stuffed up something or something's broken or anything like that, by all means mention it down in the comment section below. I'm constantly seeing things that are stuffed up and need to be fixed and need to be looked at, but I haven't got there yet. So, gonna leave it here. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next episode where, yeah, we're going to get production science done. So, I'll see you then. Bye!